Hey everyone, it's SpursRail96 here. Welcome to another Train Sim World 4 livestream. Hope you're all doing well out there, and I've had a great start to the week. A new week is upon us already, my gosh. For today's stream, we're taking a look at the second of the, I suppose, UK commuting trilogy, I suppose. We took a look at the Brighton Main Line yesterday. For today, I thought we'd continue that by looking at the separate extension to East Coastway, which is the Brighton Main Line, or known as the London Commuter. So we're going to do a couple of services and have some fun. So let's go into the journey mode. Electrostar of the show. We're going to do a 377 service to kick things off, a long one as well. Southern service from Brighton to London Victoria. Just over an hour that service apparently, so should be good. Hey Sophie, nice to see you. Hope you're well. Welcome. Just have a sip of water. Just water for me today. Trying to be healthy. I've probably said that way too many times already this year in the streams I've done so far. Okay, 8 coach trains, that's 2 units of 4 connected together. Okie doke. So here we are at Brighton. Just wait for the game to load up, let it do its thing. Wasn't sure of actually doing a stream on Brighton Main Line today, considering I've had 2 game crashes in under 24 hours, which very rarely happens. Maybe he just didn't like Sunday, the 10th of March. But there we go. Daytime, night running, marker lights. I'll put in daytime, why not? Fire at the auxiliary systems. Confirm that is London Victoria. Just about make out the destination. It's a windy morning by the sound of it. What do I need to do? Get up, don't I, and switch on the safety systems. Vigilance, DSD, AWS, and I think that's it. Well, it's a windy old evening here at Brighton. Service has just departed to go somewhere. Oh, we got a Class 09. What a unusual surprise. What's it doing here? We've got a couple of 313s sitting in the sidings over here in the depot. Alright, we got a service that's on the move. It's probably going to Portsmouth or something, I don't know. Couldn't catch it. But we're going to Victoria. This one is out of commission for today. And you got the 313 hiding in the corner down there. And another one in that corner as well. I do have all the other bits and pieces that add, extra services and all that kind of stuff. So 1,200 or 1,500 services have been deployed. Not in this service. That would be disastrous. Right, let's rock. Right, the first stop is Hassocks, just over 6.5 miles away. The aim is to finish this service in one piece. I don't care how late I am, really. Simon, hey, nice to see you. Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Sophie. No biscuits tonight. I've already had some shortly after dinner, so I don't need any more. There's the Gatwick Express 387. We will be doing a service with that 387 as well. But yeah, I'll just show you the map. So this is the East Coast Way route, or a section of it, that's portrayed in this particular DLC. Obviously it will then go down to the likes of Eastbourne and Seaford and wherever. And the Brighton main line, obviously that goes up north, twists and turns a little bit. You've got the Reigate branch, if I can find it. That's not it, is it? No, that's not it. My mistake. Where is it? Where's Reigate? There's Reigate. And then, what is it? Further down is Gatwick. Can't remember where Gatwick is actually. It's either north or south of the station. It's probably south. And then here you've got, this is South London, Selhurst Depot, nearby Crystal Palace Football Club. And this is Clapham Junction, one of the busiest stations in the country. Don't know about this year, but we'll see. Then you've got this whole web of tracks that go, have bits of the South London route, and obviously the continuation of the Brighton main line into Victoria. Right, we need to get moving. That's the map tour over. We need to go. But yeah, as far as route scenery goes, I mean, this came out in 2021, and I don't think scenically it is as good as Neverka Dresden personally. I mean, it's not Niedertalbahn levels or Blackpool branch levels, that's for sure. But I think what really stands out is undoubtedly the timetable. It pretty much is the star of the show. I mean, even if you have an old console like a PS4 or Xbox, you're still going to get a lot of services to play with, well over probably 1,000. But in the PC and but on the PC and the PS5 and Xbox Series S and X or whatever, you get the full timetable at your disposal, including the additional services from other routes like your 375s, 166s, 313s as you've seen, 66s as well. So it's the busiest timetable, and it's probably one of the best timetables in the game to this day, even though this route is approaching, nearly 3 years old. My gosh, time just flies by. But yeah, hope you're well, Simon Trainer. Hope you're well. Speed limit will increase to 90. There we go. Is there a cab light on or something? No. Don't think a cab light's on, or no, the cab light's off. So I don't know what's going on there. What would really be cool is if the not 387, Jesus Christ, 700, the Thameslink train. I wish that could be crammed onto this route, but unfortunately I don't think this route can take any more services. I think 1500 or close to that is its limit, according to Dovetail anyway. They say if they stick a 700 on here and a new timetable on top of the current one, then from a stability perspective it's going to be pretty bad apparently. But I mean, I was in Victoria not in real life, but in the game earlier today, and the stability here was actually pretty decent. I mean, it was at rush hour, you know, you had trains coming in, trains coming out pretty much every 10 to 20 seconds, and it was pretty stable, pretty darn smooth, and the game didn't crash at Victoria, so that's a positive. What caused me to have 2 game crashes was one, it was in the scenario plan. I was just messing around with that, and yeah, it crashed. And the other reason was I was playing Peninsula Corridor and it just crashed whilst I was playing it. So that made me uninstall it and not touch Peninsula Corridor until it's been significantly overhauled and fixed, which will be probably what, 10 years time, knowing Dovetail, as it is their product after all. Yeah, that's right, Sophie. It didn't seem that long ago. I know on the Train Sim Community website, what was it called? There was an enhancement pack for the London Commuter, and that really tidied things up. All we need to do is have those enhancement packs brought over to the consoles, but that's a very difficult challenge. Hope I've not braked too late here. Should be okay. Brakes on this multiple unit are reasonable. Whoa! Brake, 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 brake. Emergency manoeuvres. That'll do, that's solid, I'll take it. I panicked, so... Right. I'll be amazed if the whole train fitted on the platform. Oh no, it didn't. Oh well, never mind. Ah well. So this is the first stop of the day, Essex. Oh god, I didn't realise that. Look at that. There's a big chunk of brick wall missing here. Oh dear. There isn't even a ground surface. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. That's not good, man. My tail lights are on. I've just noticed that. Sugar. It's normally an automatic. Surely they would turn off, wouldn't they? Oh, so the tail lights are broken. Sometimes when it's set on automatic, it normally turns them off. Now these ones, this one is correct. Is that the door open? What the fudge? Why on earth is this rear door open? Is the driver trying to escape or something? Someone trying to get on board and not pay their tickets? Oh, I'm going to have to go and fix that. I can't have that. I'm sorry, it defeats the purpose of playing this sodden game. You know, you got brick walls not being correctly lined up with the terrain, tail lights at the front not working, and now you got a bleating rear door that's stuck open. What's going on? Jesus Christ. I knew this route was in a bit of a state. I didn't realise it was in this much bad of a state. Christ above. Why, what on earth is going on here? Is that right? No, that one has got to close. Right. That one's fine. Oh god, now I can't even get out. Right, that door's shut. Open sesame, thank you very much. And now I've got to close this door here. Don't know. Oh god, it's broke. Can I not? I'm pressing the X button, nothing's happening. Oh dear. Oh. What? I don't get that at all. That's weird, man. Okay. You learn something every day. Oh, it can't be fixed. Oh well, never mind. Right, let's get in the train. Let's get going. No, I do not want to give up control. I should do, mate. Maybe I should do. Use a different service. This train doesn't seem very reliable. Broken tail lights, a broken door. Whatever next. Oops. Does this door actually? I'm going to be messing around with all the doors now. Well, that one works, and why doesn't the other one work? I don't know. Faulty unit. That's probably what Dovetail will say. Oh my god. Now the doors won't lock. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Right, let's go. Is the tail lights at the front at least not on? No, that's something. Alright, fair enough. Right, let's go to the next stop, which is Burgess Hill. Ay, ay, ay. Jesus Christ. Right, hey Samuel Smith. Boo. Hope you're well. Simon, regarding timetables, Dovetail recently screwed me over. They won't add the OEBB 1116 to Vorarlberg, which is insane. I wrote quite an angry but reasonable post. What post was that on, Simon? Was that on the forums or another social media channel? If it was a forum post, then let me know what the title of it is, and then I'll go and have a look after the stream is concluded. That's a bit stupid if you don't get any to use the 1116. I know that the Taurus, the black livery Taurus, you can use, like 2 of them, can't you, on a single service? I presume that's the only other service that a Taurus, the OBB 1116, could be used on. Freight, maybe, I'm thinking, or AI locos. It depends which service you want or think should the 116 be used on, service type wise. That isn't confusing. But if that is the case, that's a little bit disappointing. And I've also noticed this will be the 3rd time that we've had that poor Talent 1, that 4024 Talent 1. You know, we've had it in the Vorarlberg, Salzburg, Rosenheim, and the upcoming, or well, soon, hopefully, to be released emergency manoeuvres again. What was the other one? Semmeringbahn. That'll do. All of the trainers on the platform this time. I know that for sure. But yeah, I mean, we've had now 3 variations of the Talent 1. It would be nice if the Semmeringbahn variant had some new sounds. You know, just to start things off, like let's have, say, I don't know, some new cab interior sounds, and then maybe the next version of the Talent 2 that you wish to plop into another route, let's use it for exterior sounds. I'm not asking for a new sound package inside and outside right now. I mean, it would be lovely, but that's not going to happen. If Dovetail's going to take the slow and steady approach, I'd rather have it in stages. Let's have the cab interior sounds implemented first, new sounds, new functions, if you like screens. I think there was a screen there that didn't even work, for crying out loud, even though it was on. Like, what's the point using the screen? What's the point having it on if you can't even use the bleeding screen? This screen works. See, you can go on PIS and have a look. I mean, you can't even do that on some of the German multiple units anymore, or locomotives. You used to in the past. Some of them are just automatically set up, which defeats the purpose of controlling a authentic locomotive. Locomotive doesn't pick the destination displays by itself. The driver does that. We did it in Train Sim World before. I don't know why we can't do it now, to be honest. But there we go. The next stop is Haywards Heath. It's just over 3 miles away, and we are very, very late now. So I best shut my mouth for a second and concentrate. Sophie Dovetail for you is bugged. Is buggered, bankrupt, or snakes. Yeah, probably. Samuel caught a tamping machine earlier on. Really? Interesting. Simon Yeo on the Dovetail forums a reply to why is there no... I didn't even know he said about LA. Did they mention that in a roadmap stream or community update, whatever they put out these days? I don't really watch the streams. The only streams I watch is the preview streams for routes and loco add-ons. That's about it. Cash grab packs, forget it. Not interested. They're the only streams I really watch from Dovetail. Roadmap updates, not really. Yes, they go in depth to a certain extent on some topics, but it just drags on and on and on. It goes on for hours sometimes, and I just don't have the time to watch, an hour and a half or 2 hours worth of talking from Dovetail. I mean, you probably say the same about my streams, which is fair enough, to be fair. Right, Haywards Heath coming up. We'll have to have a look at the chat in a second. We're just coming into Haywards Heath now. I was about to read a comment, but there was no point if I'm gonna enter the station and miss it by a country mile. I do not plan to do that this time. Three minutes late. Could be worse. Could be no service running at all. Sweet. Haywards Heath, here we are. Some flowers, that's nice. That's a tall station sign if I've ever seen one. Like standing up here, you literally have to look all the way up. Shouldn't that be a bit lower? Perhaps not. What have we got? Is this a car park of some description? Oh, it's a petrol station. You don't normally see that in Train Sim World, a petrol station. It'd be nice if you put some fake branding on it, Dovetail. Alright, now we can really make up some time. The next stop is Gatwick Airport, 11 miles away. This is not an all-stop service. I'm sure some of you have discovered that by now. I did try to find a service that would be all stops, but yeah, there's so many services to do, it's pretty hard to cherry-pick the longer ones, let's say. Simon... 11116s are found on intercity services, freight, sleepers. We don't really have any sleeper services, do we? Like, ever. Surprised after haven't done that. Regional services, and could sub in for the railjet before that comes in, if it ever comes in. Even if it wants to come in, Dovetail will make a right old dog's dinner of it, I bet you. Right. I wonder why why haven't Dovetail not subbed the 116 in or added extra services for it? What was their reason? If they're going to say stability problems, I'm going to go mad. Because that can't be the case. I mean, if you can run a timetable, it's 1,200 bleating services, I'm pretty sure you could run probably 500 odd services on S-Bahn, Vorarlberg, or something like that. Sammy Smith, still hoping Rivet improving the sounds for the 170. I hope so as well. That route pretty much lives and dies on that 170. If it's not good, I won't get it. Ladies, so would be April. Sophie, sorry. So would be April earliest. There's no day in March. Yeah, April at the earliest. But you never know, sometimes these things could just pop out of the blue. Simon, OEBB have got 332, sorry, tourist locomotives, so you can imagine how common they are. Yeah, absolutely. 282 1116s and 50 1061s. Are they all variants of the Taurus, I take it, these, 116s and 10s. Wait, 1116s are Taurus locomotives. I presume the 10616 is a Taurus locomotive. Sophie, cash grab packs, burn them. It would be nice if we could burn them, but unfortunately they're not physical copies, so we can't burn them. I don't want to burn the console, thank you. Yeah, West Cornwall. Yeah, that's not good. West Cornwall is a sad old route. Could be done so much better. So many routes that need extra layers and felt, and the fact they won't do it really angers me. Exactly. How can you think of empty Birmingham New Street as acceptable? Yeah, depends if they have the Avanti license. But even if they don't have the Avanti license, they could just get, I don't know. Blimey, I don't know. A train, any train. Heck, I don't know. Get a Class 800 if necessary. And let it pretend to do those services. I know it's not real or authentic, but there you go. That's just my take on it. Will that ever happen? Who knows? Who knows? Another example, Engineering Express. Exactly, Samuel. Good thing I haven't got that, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, Birmingham New Street. It's modelled okay. It looks pretty decent. Exterior and the platforms and stuff. It's just way too quiet. what's even more weird is that the 323s use Birmingham New Street as a depot, almost. It's where the trains go to sleep at night. I don't think that's... does that actually happen in real life? Do West Midland Railway actually dump their units at Birmingham New Street for the night? Instead of taking them to the depot? If they have a depot. I'm sure they do. I mean, just some of the route choices I just find very bizarre of late. The Goblin line is the most bizarre, like, why? You could have added the North London line with it, West London line, like you do in Train Simulator. It won't be a massive route, 40 odd miles I think, the combined track length, total track length. So, yeah, I just find it very odd. I mean, Maintail Barn I thought was a bit of a disaster. At least it's cheap-ish. And yeah, East Coast Main are obviously the most weird of all, really. But there you go. People will buy it regardless, if it's good or if it's crap. It's a sad reality. Three miles to go until Gatwick Airport. Yeah, exactly, Samuel. Simon, the 182 services on Vorarlberg are sleeper trains, albeit with day stock. Oh, it's a sleeper train. It takes place in the daytime, doesn't it? So it's not really a sleeper train as such, unless it's like preparation for one to depart at night time. Well, the AI does it or something. I'm not really sure. But yeah, it is, yeah. I mean, it would be nice if they could go back to some old timetables. I mean, to be fair, they have done some German timetable revisions as such. You know, Hamburg, Lübeck, and Rapid Transit got a new timetable. Bakerloo obviously got a new timetable. Curl-Arken's got one coming. Of course, it's just on the tip of the iceberg, isn't it? There's loads of timetables they could do. Long Island Railroad, that needs a new one from scratch. München-Augsburg, that badly needs a refresh, not just timetable but route wise as well. Hopefully that will happen when the 420 eventually gets finished for München-Augsburg. When is that ever going to be finished? It's been years, nearly 2 years since that unit was last heard or started being a common-ish site, albeit in Word form, PDF form on the website. Just over a mile to go until Gatwick Airport, and we're pretty much same amount of time as we were at the previous station, roughly 3 odd minutes. Okay, here is Gatwick Airport. Samuel Smith, every second I'm moving to Train Sim Classic. I'm tempted to get a PC move over to Train Sim Classic. The problem with Train Sim Classic is it doesn't have this timetable mode that Train Sim World does. If it did, I'd move over to it in a heartbeat, to be honest. But it's not just that. The problem is I don't have room to get a decent PC, and then of course you've got to spend literally thousands of pounds on hundreds of pounds on DLCs, because there is so many of them in Train Simulator. Some of them are good, and mostly some of them are rubbish. But it's not just from Dovetail, it's from other developers as well, particularly on the Steam front. Some of those locos are just fantastic. Such a shame we're never going to have Steam again now that Dovetail's pulled the plug because it sold poorly, which is entirely their fault. If they didn't make a hash of Spirit Steam, they wouldn't be in that position. But there you go. It's entirely their own fault. Nobody else. They've only got themselves to blame. Here is Gatwick Airport. Obviously, the station has had recent modifications and upgrades, to improve capacity and accessibility, etc., etc. And I remember when I saw a video on Jeff Marshall, and he did the video where he... Oh, shut up, woman. Right, anyway. That's a loud playing in my headset. It's probably a British Airways flight. Oh, I can't quite see it, but yeah, there it is. Yeah, you can see here that the British Rail logo is ingrained in the roof of Gatwick. I thought it was that roof over there, but obviously there's one here too. My bad. That's a cool touch. Right, the next stop is East Croydon, 15 miles away. Sophia, what if I won a lottery? Yeah, exactly. Simon, yeah, 16 the Tauruses, 1116s are multi-voltage, 116s are not. Ah, right, I see. I didn't realise 116s are multi-voltage. Does that mean they work on the different power modes, or is it just a pure electric locomotive? Sammy Smith, Engineering Express is all for rivets. Screwed that one up. Well, it shouldn't have even been a thing, to be honest with you. A waste of time and resources. I mean, that's what irritates me with these gameplay packs. I mean, not only is this half-assed rubbish, but the fact, they've spent time and resources on it when they could have been spent, in making improvements to routes of the past, bringing new timetables, making proper loco add-ons that we used to get, on a very consistent basis in Train Sim World 1 and 2. So, I mean, since 2020, was it 2, the gameplay packs, or cash grab packs as I call them, just have risen exponentially in numbers, which, yeah, isn't great. That's for sure. Derek Wildstar, hey, how are you? Nice to see you, hope you are. Sorry I'm late. That's alright, no problem. We're nowhere near finished, don't worry. We've got another service to do after this one is completed. That's with the Gatwick Express class 387. Simon, I'll buy the Goblin because it starts one stop from where I live. If it's good, of course. But I'm going to buy Furious if they refuse to go back and improve. And yeah, I mean, the fact that I think West Somerset Remastered was a big hit. I don't know in terms of commercial perspective, but it must have been a success. I mean, commercially, even more so with the remastered update. It shows that if you put some time and effort into it, manpower and money into fixing mistakes of the past, so to speak, then you're going to get rewarded financially and also with praise and positive responses from the people. But hey, I can't run Dovetail, so yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I'm fascinated to know what is their process of actually picking a route and finding out what's next to do and what shall we do and what locos, what time period. I just get the feeling they just get small little pieces of paper with different routes that they probably made on Train Simulator, stick it in a big hat, put your hand in, like they do in the FA Cup draw of the football, put your hand in, pick a name out, and then there you go, that's the route we're going to do next, or loco add-on we're going to do next. I bet you that's probably what they do. It just seems like at times a complete lack of direction or reasoning behind it, It's just very odd and bizarre at times. East Coast Main Line and Maintail Barn being main candidates really. Speed limit of 80 coming up. This is Earlswood, the station that never ever gets served. No trains stop at the station. Why, I do not know. Probably that's down to Thameslink taking control of those services that stop at Earlswood or something like that. Oh, that might. Oh yeah. Another station now. Yeah, trains are stopping now. You've got quite a few there, 2 or 3. Let's increase the power to maximum. I do apologise, I'm a little bit slow keeping up with the live chat. I'm Mr. Slowly today, I apologise. Samuel Smith, all about UK trains and TSW, class 37 or class 40. I'm surprised you put the class 40, I thought that was okay, actually, from a physical perspective. Sound-wise, it could be improved. Class 150-2, yep. Class 483, that's the old tube train, isn't it? Class 66, the old one, and the Class 43 HST GWR, yeah. No doubt about that. Yeah. Sophie, is Alan Thompson any good or are they crap? It's a mixed bag. Some of them are good, some of them are really not so good. There's some baffling decisions at times. I mean, commercially, I think he did a weather enhancement pack for Train Simulator, like a 2.0 one. You paid like, it's like over £20 odd, wasn't it, for the enhancement pack? And then they released another, like, weather enhancement pack on top of that, and you had to pay an extra bit of money on top of it, which was a bit bizarre to me. But yeah, some of them are good, some of them are really not, but you know, it's up to you to decide what you think is reasonable and whether you'll pick it up or not. Yeah, 387's are decent, Sammy, I'll give you that. Simon, a multi-voltage one, you could go to Switzerland, Czech Republic, Italy and Hungary. Ah, right. I bet you it won't be too long until we have a multi-voltage version of the Taurus. That'll be quite interesting, actually. Derek Wildstar, hello from Florida. Oh, very nice. 74 degrees here, the sun's going down. Excellent. Nice view, I'm sure. Appropriate, nice weather temperatures as well, as I'm sure it gets incredibly hot during the day in Florida. Samuel Smith has got a list of all the decent trains. Class 45, absolutely. 47, 387, 375. I'm surprised you put the 387, 375. I don't think the 375 is as good. 465, yep. 484, yep. 72 tube stock, 100%, and the 1932 tube stock. 1930, 38 tube stock. Yeah, I'm not sure on the 38 tube stock. There's something not right about it. I can't quite put my finger on it, really. It's just something that just don't quite feel right. I'm not sure if it's the sounds, the physics, I'm not sure. I mean, to be fair, Sophie, the packs themselves, the weather enhancement packs, they are very, very good. It's just bizarre, like you've released like 2 sections or like 2 parts of a complete enhancement pack and then charge, what, over nearly 20 quid or over 20 quid for both sections of a complete enhancement pack. That's what I find a bit bizarre, the business strategy behind that, let's say. Alan Thompson simulation, they're making a route for Train Sim World, I believe, aren't they? What it will be, I've absolutely no idea. It's probably going to be something British. It might not, you never know. I know he does like the French TGV stuff. So, hopefully, it could be a an extension to the LGV Mediterranean. Oh my god, that would be awesome. Because really, you don't need to do much to the TGV duplex. It's a fantastic multiple high-speed train. Looks-wise, sound-wise, you know, immersion in the cab, the driving experience, fantastic. I think the route, it's just the route itself, you know. Not only the original Avignon to Marseille needs taking a look at, but if there was to be an extension, you know, to go to Lyon and places like that, and yeah, the route would need to be above average, let's say. Surely not asking too much. Just over 2.5 miles to go until East Croydon. We're going to be close to the indicated time here, that's for sure. We're going to be running very close to it. Okay, we've got a bit of congestion coming up, it seems, just after East Croydon, so be prepared for some stoppages, I should say. I would say. mph speed limit coming up. Excellent, there we go. There we are. Oh, I've been hit in the face with a bit of a tree. The tree will fall down on the tracks. Oh no. And it sounds windy outside, that's for sure. William Train Mad Boy. Hey, how are you? Nice to see you. Hope you're well. LGV Med needs extra train TGV Pursue. Oh yeah, the R duplex, definitely, 100%. That needs to be the next stage. I mean, there's a couple of, you know, options they could do to LGV Mediterranean. Not only bring the Pursue duplex that I think was on sale in the past for Train Simulator, but it was taken down at the request of SNCF, probably because Dovetail did a crap job of it, probably. And it's probably too embarrassing for the people at SNCF to accept. But they can also do a couple of things to the timetable, not only expand it, but you know, allow the option to have services where you do passenger services with a single set of TGVs instead of just constantly doing every single passenger service with a what is it, 16 coach trains. That's 2 units connected together. So definitely some room for improvement. I mean, what's cool is that Dovetail is now owned by a French company, so immediately, you know, the French stuff you would think would come into the spotlight a bit more often, and the fact it's been nearly 4 years since a French route in the game, or even any major improvements to LGV Mediterranean, is a bit disappointing, really. I thought they'd honestly, Dovetail would be preparing a massive extension or a big package of upgrades and fixes to LGV Mediterranean. I need to get on that route again at some point. Been far too long since I haven't since I've last played it. But I know that Dovetail they sneakily put in the new graphics for the overhead catenary, which is interesting. It was the only old route at the time of Train Sim World 4's release that got that treatment. The only route I could think that did receive that treatment is Naverka Dresden and the Boston Sprinter. So it's interesting that. The next stop is Clapham Junction. I hope you're doing well, William Train Boy. Hope you're doing well. Take a look at the chat in a second. Samuel, LGB man needs an extra... Oh yeah, I've already read that comment. Losing the plot, swear to God. William, good thanks for playing a Fernbus simulator. That's a new one. Never heard of that before. Fernbus. I know what recently came out and I caught my attention. It was like a taxi or a cab simulator. Certainly unique, I suppose. It's based in the city of Barcelona. Whether the developers are Barcelona fans or are based in the city of Barcelona, it's an interesting choice of city. You'd think it would be London or New York, especially New York with the famous yellow cabs, or London with the black taxis. It's an interesting choice. Will I pick it up? No, it's not my interest really. I've got Gran Turismo to play on when it comes to driving simulators. So what time are we going to Clapham Junction? 18:27. So we will get to Victoria before the sun sets, so we won't be surrounded in darkness come the end of the journey, so that's good. Sophie, I was watching some interesting YouTube videos in the UK. Hydrogen fuel trains, that's interesting. Hydrogen fuel cells, that's interesting. I'll take a look at that. Samuel Smith, well, what do you expect? It's yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you get a 150 upgraded right away, they should port it over to West Cornwall local and then straight away. Same goes for the 385 and possibly the 170 if those sounds are rubbish. I mean, what's concerning is with that 170 is not just the sounds that are concerning, it's the look of it as well. You know, the proportions. I just don't think they look right at all. I mean, I know they made a video saying how they, you know, digitally scanned it or something, you know, with photos, or whether they went into an actual depot and got the equipment, you know, to scan the interior of the unit. But I don't know, it just looks a little bit off to me. Like the front end of the headlights, they don't look quite right. The gangways look, for me, I think that's the biggest difference. Like the gangways, they just don't look right on that preview video at first. They might have fixed it, but it just didn't look right at all. And the PIS displays were broken. The ones that were working, the platform side and the front end of the train, the PIS displays are wrong, but they were off center, and the ones that were facing that weren't facing the platform edge, they were broken and not on at all. So yeah, not a good look. Simon, a French non-TG LGV route would be nice, maybe with loco haul trains. Yeah, I'd agree with you on that one. Côte d'Azur route is scenic and varied, a non-LGV route and with TGVs and more. Yeah, that'd be quite cool. Côte d'Azur, that'd be very nice. I could see Dovetail making that actually. Côte d'Azur, that's a brilliant route suggestion, Simon. You get the prize for best suggestion of the day. I haven't got any prizes, I'm afraid, so never mind. It's a good suggestion, though, that's for sure. Brilliant suggestion. I remember I made a suggestion. This goes back ages ago of a high-speed Spanish route going from what was it? Barcelona to Valencia along the south coast. I thought that was quite interesting. Obviously, Dovetail will never get that in because they have never ever had the license for the train operator that runs the high-speed services in Spain. I know what it is, but I can't pronounce it correctly, so there's no point me even trying. It would be really cool if we get the Italian high-speed trains. The Futurossa, is that what they call it? Futurossa company, you know, the big red high-speed trains, basically. That would be cool. I did a route suggestion for that one as well. I think it was from Rome, obviously the capital of Italy, to Naples, to the coast. So I thought that would be quite another decent one. But again, it comes down to the licensing. I think the most unrealistic suggestion I ever made was bringing the Eurostar into Train Sim World by going from London to Paris. That would take literally decades and decades of being made in Train Sim World, let alone Train Simulator. My God. Especially to a reasonable standard, you know, scenery-wise and all that. Okay, we are approaching Clapham Junction. Hey Ben Davis, nice to see you, hope you're well. Simon, William I should say, just left from Wiesbaden Busbahnhof. Next stop is Hohen something, I can't pronounce that correctly, so I'm not even going to try. Whoa, we're coming in too fast. Whoa. Brake. Ooh, that's cutting it fine, but that will do. And we're on time. That is a first since the very beginning of the journey. Ben Davis is going to the London train show this weekend. Oh, fantastic. Maybe have a great time. The weather's good, that's for sure. Weather's actually been pretty decent, to be fair, today. It's a good start to the week when the weather's good. A sip of water whilst I'm sat at Clapham Junction. I mean, even the frame around Clapham Junction is pretty decent. I mean, you don't have the other trains, you know, charging alongside station infrastructure. But I remember the frame rate when it first came out was a bit of a disaster. Like, pretty much from here to Victoria, all of this was just a nightmare for as far as, you know, stability, reliability, and there was always a fear that in the back of your head of it's only a matter of time before the game's going to crash. The question is, when's it going to crash? Just to complete a service, you know, from Brighton to Victoria was an achievement in itself back then. Speaking of London Victoria, it will be the next and final stop. just over 2 miles away. And I might as well say the usual YouTube shenanigans. If you've enjoyed the stream so far, then yeah, feel free to hit the thumbs up button below. And if you are watching for the first time, be it live or on playback, then I'd really appreciate it if you would not only consider subscribing to the channel, but also make sure to hit the notifications bell so you wouldn't miss any upload or live stream from me. So this is the start of the West London network. West London, Jesus Christ. South London network, my goodness. West London network is all out there somewhere. Oh, you got a freight train down below. You can just see in the distance there the aggregate wagons. But yeah, you got obviously a bit of the South London network. I'm surprised Dovetail didn't make the South London network as part of the Brighton Main Line. That would have been fantastic. You know, going to the likes of, or pretending to go to the likes of Orpington and all that lot, etc., etc. There's Battersea Power Station. In the game it's under construction. In the real life it's up and running. Need to go to Battersea Power Station, have a look around. It's certainly not cheap, that's for sure. Mainly full of shops and restaurants and all that kind of stuff. High street stuff. I think you can do a tour of like of the power station itself. You know, going to the old rooms and all that stuff. I don't know much about power stations, I'm sorry. How busy is it in Victoria? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's another one coming in as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I think we're going to be the 11th train. So reasonably busy. Not too busy though. Yes, you've got 465s and 375s trundling in and out of Victoria. This is where the game really does start to... the PlayStation really gets put to the test. When it comes to the frame rate. As long as we finish it, that's all that matters. There's Victoria, the last stretch of the journey. Simon, the gangways on the 170 on the video look longer than some routes. Yeah, I absolutely. Look like an accordion rather than a gangway at times, depending on the angle. But yeah, I'm not convinced by that 170. I don't care if it's in work in progress. They should have showcased the 170 when it was in a more reasonable state. Then it wouldn't give me the impression, and others the impression that, oh, this is going to be another shit show from Rivet Games, excuse my language. I hope the route is good, that's all I say. That's all I'm saying. I hope the route is good. Because if the multiple unit isn't good, then the route has to be good. But there's no point if the route isn't good, if the multiple unit isn't good. Because then what the hell are you going to run it on then? What the hell can you use other than the free roam mode or whatever it's called these days? Really, game? You're not satisfied with me being 16 yards away? Jesus. Sometimes you're happy when I'm 20 yards away, 30, 40 yards away. Not this time. Thank you very much. And here we are, final stop, London Victoria. There's nobody getting off. There's nobody on board. They've jumped ship out that rear door, I bet you. Oh dear, never mind. Yes, I'll be doing another journey, William. I'll be taking control of a 387 and going to Gatwick. Alright, it took me an hour and 2 minutes. Gold, I'll take that. Stopped at Hassocks, Burgess Hill, Haywards Heath, Gatwick Airport, East Croydon, Clapham Junction, and finally terminated at London Victoria. Alright, let's go into the timetable and find a 387, shall we? To run about. William just drove past Frankfurt Airport. Very nice. Samuel Smith, if the sounds of the 170 are awful, still awful, then I'm not buying it. If they improve it, I'm definitely buying it. Well, it should be good from the very start. Simple as that. If they say they're going to, sneak in a patch that implies new sounds or fixes to it, then maybe I'll be tempted, but not sure. Yeah, 387. I've got an idea. We'll do. Should we take the gamble? Do it in the rush hour? Yeah, why not? Let's go for it. Yeah. Some light rain. Yeah, that'll do. Ben is on the Blackpool route. His favourite in the game. Very nice. Hope you're having a good time. Simon, the South London Little is one of the best train sim classic routes. So much to do. Agreed. Absolutely. Even though I don't have it, I know it's good because I've seen the reviews. Right. Come on, game. Load it in for me. That's it. She's having a wobble, I think, frame rate wise. Right. Headlights. Now the tail light should be off at the front if it's in automatic. Hopefully. Excuse the noise. There we go. Oh, I'm tempted to get out of the cab, but I'm not going to because the frame rate will just be poorly. Because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, what, nearly 12 trains. There's one leaving, there's probably one coming in. That's one there in the shed. Alright, we've got just under a minute to kill. William, I've come off Fernbus Sim and now on TSW4. Gonna do a round haul on the Bakerloo line. Very good, very good. I hope that Class 710 eventually gets a new, or should I say the Bakerloo, it would have to get some form of new timetable, won't it, to occupy the 710, because obviously the overground and the underground share the tracks from Queen's Park to Harrow and Wealdstone. So that would mean not only implementing a new timetable, but a new PIS system, somehow, I imagine a massive core game update, so the game could intelligently think of which mode the 710 should use, either AC or DC power, or I think that was the problem that Dovetail said they couldn't get the game to understand. Oh, turn the wipers off. On. Yeah, I did. Thank God. Right, I'm going to take a gamble. 4 trains, the frame rate ain't pretty. Okay, the tail lights are working this time. They are off on the auto setting. That is good. Alright, let's go, go, go. Speed limit has increased to 45. Let's get going. Gatwick Airport is 23 miles away. We're due at 8:40, roughly. It will be a challenge to make it on time, especially with the congestion of being in this part of the map, definitely. Pretty much from Victoria all the way to, I'd say, east, South Croydon. That's where the main... that's probably the amount of that's probably where the amount of traffic gets clogged up, or the biggest amount of traffic gets clogged up. It's not being on the M25, but it's in the train game. After the 387, I think I'll finish it up with a little run on the Reigate branch. I think we'll use a 166. I think that'll be quite fun. Just think a minute. Oh God, the panel is destination display is wrong. It's put Brighton in instead of Gatwick. Oops. There we go. Exit. There we go. Can hear another 66 running around somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Waiting for clearance to proceed. Up the West London line, I think. Yeah, it's got to be. And probably got the Goblin line actually. Go west and north and then cross the Goblin line down south again. Whoa, I've just realised the red signal. Oh, maybe not. I'll have to cruise for a minute. What was that? Oh, it's a HST. What a surprise. What's a HST doing up here? Where's that going then? That I wasn't expecting. Oh. Put the brakes on a minute. I'm quite curious to see where that train's going. It's going somewhere. No idea where. Oh, what a nice surprise. Very unusual to see a GWR HST running around on this route, that's for sure. There's 2 weird train sets I've seen today, that Class 09 and now the HST. Just recently changed tracks. I wonder where we're going. It's going somewhere, that's for sure. Oh. Interesting. Right, we've been given a green light. Let's go. There's a diverted service to Waterloo. Oh, fair enough. Well, why would it go? Why would a GWR service go to London Waterloo? I don't think is GWR ever doing any services to London Waterloo? Isn't it just South Western Railway? And well, before it used to be the Eurostar. Not mistaken. Has there ever been any services that go to GWR? Go London Waterloo? I'm trying to think now. No, Southwest Trains. South Western Railway. They do, don't they? From like South West, don't they? Or was it Plymouth or Exeter? Unless Dovetail just completely made it up, just for the sake of variation. Oh, nice touch there, I suppose. They used to when Paddington was unavailable. All right. Never knew that. I've learnt something today. William just arrived at Wilston Junction. Let's stop Harleston. Very good. All on time, I hope. Is this Balham coming up? Seemed to be the case. There's a station down here, but obviously you can't access it for some reason. I don't know why you can't access the station. If it's already been built, why not? God, look at this. Trains everywhere. On the right, on the left. It's a traffic jam. Good thing on the Gatwick Express. Just go through with no problems, no delays, no waits. No, not on time, never am on Bakerloo, that's true. Depends which timetable you're on, I suppose. If you're on the original, then it's very tricky. The 2021 one should be a little bit easier. I wonder why Paddington wasn't unavailable at the time. The only reason I'm trying to think is upgrades to the station infrastructure, but like, you know, maybe signals infrastructure and all that, but can't remember recently that ever happening. It must have been donkeys years ago. Probably when I was too young to remember anything. I know this train has like a cruise control or a speed control system. I don't tend to use that. I tend to be in manual control, just, you know, keep it interesting, keep me alert and focusing on the driving. Simon, this is what slightly makes me question that the timetable trains can't be added to the route. They don't appear at the absolute busiest parts. Well, it's odd, isn't it? I mean, they can add some trains to the busier sections of the route in the, in the height of rush hour, but yet they can't be bothered to add some Thameslink trains instead. They can add some GWR trains scuttling through Clapham Junction, but they can't be bothered to add any Thameslink trains, and it makes me question this. What they say, of we can't put Thameslink on this route because the route will collapse and the game will just disintegrate. I'm beginning to not buy that thought now after doing a run on Brighton Main Line again. It's almost like making me think, like, how do you know if the Thameslink trains are going to destroy the game's stability if you haven't even tried it? As the old saying goes, you never know till you try. Obviously it won't work on the old gen consoles because their memories are not as good as the PCs and the newer Xbox and PlayStations, but which is, it's not a criticism, it's just a fact. But and I know people said, oh, it's not much of a difference. It's not much of a difference, but it's a difference, and that could be it could be the be all and end all. Either having a Thameslink train running on it or not, really. Right, we need to decrease the speed as we're going to be coming through Croydon in a minute. East and West Croydon. Just passing through Selhurst. William Spurs, I know you said you were driving that service to Gatwick, but might want to double check because of the time of service would be service to Brighton. I swear I'm doing just a service to Gatwick, am I not? Oh God, I'm not. Whoops, I picked the wrong one. Never mind, we'll just stop at Gatwick and pretend it terminates at Gatwick. I'm not going to carry on to Brighton, it'll take too long. Whoa, brake. Alright, let's get through Croydon. Never mind, rare mistake for me there, apologies. I'll just have to terminate at Gatwick. Pretend to terminate at Gatwick, I should say. I'm not going to carry on to Brighton, like I said. It'll take too long. Don't want to make the street too long. Williams at Wembley, very good. I must say, the model of Wembley Stadium in the game, it looks pretty decent. I mean, there's two stadiums. It's what is it? Wembley and Brighton's ground that's been modelled in the game. Sadly, Dovetail couldn't be bothered to model Aston Villa's stadium, Villa Park, which is right next to the station of Aston. And hopefully they model the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium for the Goblin Line. Would be nice. Doesn't have to be super detailed, but just give the impression that there is a stadium in North London, other than Arsenal, please. $14 miles to go until Gatwick Airport. Speed limit has increased to 90, but we've got a few yellow and, well, was yellow, green now signals. So I don't think we'll be able to reach 90 very quickly. Simon would have been during engineering works at Christmas. Oh, right, okay. Must have been years ago. Engineering works, blimey. That must have been what? 2018, 2017? I'm gonna have a guess. Have a sip of water. Yeah, stability wise it runs reasonably well, even with some weather on it and in the height of rush hour. Frame rate's not too bad. It's a damn sight better. It's ironic, isn't it, that the rush hour in Victoria or in Clapham Junction or East Croydon runs reasonably well, but yet the entire North East corridor, Newark Trenton, which doesn't even have blimey, it doesn't have anywhere near the amount of services that this route has, and yet that is a dreadful route from a reliability perspective, performance wise. Not good. Got a train racing on the left there. Looks like we're going to take the lead. Oh, neck and neck. Look at that. Might be able to see it. Oh, it's slowing down, I think. It's probably getting ready to stop at the next station. Well, it's still keeping up. It's at reasonable speed. "10 miles to go until Gatwick Airport." How's that train doing? Doing okay. Crisscross, and before you know it, that train behind us will now be on the right. Hey Banana Craft, hope you're well. Welcome. Just doing some commuter services on the London Commuter. So far so good. Simon, yeah, now just turf you off at Reading if there is works and expect you to get on the SWR services. Yeah, pretty much. Get on the Reading to Waterloo line. Even that line last week has been faced with disruption with an object that apparently got on the tracks and derailed a train, which pretty much brought London Waterloo to a standstill, and the services that would go to Waterloo. Going a bit too fast now. Let's come off the throttle a little bit. A need for speed. Okay, Bananacraft, fair enough. Hope it's going well for you. Red signal coming up. Maybe not. This train just cruises beautifully, albeit on a slight gradient. It's just so effortless. It's brilliant. Oh, you leave early tonight. Excellent. Nothing better than leaving early. I was just thinking what Simon said there about SWR services. It would be quite cool if we had the, I don't know, say London to, I would say Portsmouth, but probably WTL won't do that in Trainsim World. They're probably like London to Woking or something like that. I wish they would set it back in the past where you had Southwest trains instead of South Western Railway. Mainly just because the liveries. They look so colourful and cool back then. South Western Railway livery's a little bit dull to me. Not very bright and happy. Look a little bit depressing, really, compared to, like, you know, East Midlands trains liveries and South West trains liveries. Very bright and eye-catching and in your face. That's what I liked about them, really. New liveries, not so much. Just over 4 miles to go until Gatwick Airport. Shouldn't be any more stations between now and the next stop. There's some sidings there, but I think we should be okay. Bananacraft, yeah, hopefully that will be a successful result for you as far as the scan goes for the little one. Hopefully it's all fingers crossed and thumbs up afterwards. Simon, yeah, love the SWT liveries. Yeah, I agree, absolutely. It definitely made it stand out. Very unique indeed. Wonder what drove the decision to change the livery all of a sudden. Maybe they didn't think it was professional enough. Yeah. It's a good thing that when Skyhook decided to make the Midland Main Line, they would go back in time and do East Midlands trains instead of what would be the East Midlands Railway. So pleased they chose that decision, made that decision. We are running tight for time, tighter than I thought. Jeez, despite cruising at 90, 91, 92 miles an hour for a majority of the journey. Jeez, I thought we'd be miles ahead of schedule. Well, we do have one more station before Gatwick, but that station's never served either, I don't think. Well, maybe it might have one service. I don't even know what station that is. What is that station we've just passed? I can't read it. Hawley, is it? I can't read it either way. Okay, here is Gatwick Airport on the final approach. Simon, it's because red, orange, white, blue, 8 stagecoach colours, and SWR isn't operated by them anymore. Ah, right, I see. Banana Crop are doing well. They've been doing that with buses putting old liveries on their old bus company names. Oh, really? Heritage buses, I suppose. Or heritage-themed weekends. Historic bus journeys or something. I don't know. I know one of my family members gets quite excited when in Maidenhead they have a historic bus weekend. He would get his camera out and go and look outside and have a look at the old buses going by. Got a yellow. Just cruise up to the stopping point. Alright, welcome to Gatwick. There's people on this train compared to the other service. Is there any other trains in about the station? Just the two of us. You can make it if you tried. Dee 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 dee. Simon Earlswood, Salford, Hawley, and then Gatwick. Oh, right, I thought it was Hawley. Could just make out the H, and I thought, oh, it's a Hawley. Good plane sounds, I'll give it that. Those graphic numbers don't look good at all. They're pixelated. Oh dear. That's very poor. That's both sets as well. God. Didn't realise they were that bad. Jesus. What about the top end? Well, that's pixelated as well. That don't look great at all. Oh god, the whole livery is lost its shine or sparkle or... Look at that. That's awful. I never noticed that. That's appalling. The texture of the font. Logos, it's horrendous. That's not really high definition, is it? I expected a lot better from that, from Dovetail. At least get the logos looking good. You know, and occasionally get the liveries looking really good. You know, and the model as well. But jeez, that's appalling texture there. I never noticed that. I might have to check the 377 once the stream's over with. Right, we'll do one more service and then I'll call it a day. But yeah, God, I can't believe how bad that looks. The graphics on that. Jesus. That's shocking. Flipping heck. Oh my God. I swear this game is going down the pan. I swear to God. Right, let's pick one more service. We'll use a 166. We'll do one in the afternoon, I think. Reading to Red Hill Gatwick Airport to Reading. Great Western Railway service from Gatwick Airport to Redhill, and then Redhill to Reigate. I think we'll take that. That's solid. We'll put it in the summertime. Wonder if those textures might not be looking good because of the weather. I'm not sure. Okay, Simon, no worries. Take care of yourself. I'll see you next time. Banana Craft, I call seeing old company logos and colours on an Invo 400 double-decker built in 2014. All right, not on old buses. They were putting them on modern-day buses. Ah, right, I see. Why haven't I got TSW4 got any more DLCs? As they're starting to put too many DLCs out at once with problems. Yeah, pretty much. And then it just gets harder and harder to justify the price tags and need to get them early. How nice to be back in the 166. Everything works. Lighting is on, good. Oops. DST. Vigilance is already on, that's good. Gauge lights is on, the radio doesn't work, but that's because it's old. Very old, in fact. This was the first multiple unit in Train Sim World. There's your fact of the day. Not the 10th, not the 20th, the very first one. Full power. Some noise that's making. Hey. Oh god, we meant to wait. Oops, never mind, we're going anyway. Oh well, better to leave early than late, I suppose. Whoops. My bad. At least it's a lovely sunny day. I really hope we don't have to stop at the next station. No, we don't. Okay. It's interesting that these GWR services don't stop at the corresponding stations like Hawley and Salford or Salford. But there you go. Redhill is just over 5 miles away. Do any services stop at Hawley? I'm sure some do. Well, not on this platform. None of them. None stop at Hawley. Oh wait, there's one. There's one. One service stops at Hawley. Oh my god. Speed limit will increase to 90. Banana Craft, I did get one game that was good called Fernbus. Yeah, someone, William, who was in the chat earlier, he said he played it earlier. Fernbus, it's the company I work with, Flexbus, so it gets to drive the coaches I do in real life on the game. I don't mind crashing the ones in the game. So Fernbus is a legit company, then it's not like a fake one, because I thought Fernbus sounded a bit fictional to me. Obviously I don't know anything about buses or bus simulators or anything like that. It's not my calling card, not my expertise. If I even got a bus simulator, I'd be absolutely shocking at it. So I tend to stay clear for that. It would be a hell of a laugh, but my god, it would be a disaster. wonder what that yard is. I've never. Looks like an abandoned yard. Some signings or an industry of. It used to be some description. Banana Craft, I don't know, I'm not sure why it's called that, and as for the company, it's a real name in the game, and they have man coaches on there, but are the same ones that drive. Ah, right, I see. Are they good compared to real life? Is it replicated accurately? Does it look good? Does it sound good? Does it feel good? Like driving the man coach in the game. Speed limit will be coming down to 75, and then we've got the station next up after that. And then I think we'll have to change ends and then go to Reigate. I'll be waiting for quite a significant period of time, mind you, since I did leave very, very early. I'm surprised I'm allowed to proceed in the station, considering I left so early. It's another station that isn't served by any trains, unfortunately. Well, not many, probably one or two, just not this time of the afternoon. It's time to start braking. We are on the final approach to Red Hill. I'm going to have to shut down this cab and then change ends in preparation for the continuation of the journey to Reigate. There's a train already in the platform, and sometimes actually when you do the early morning services from Reigate to Gatwick, you actually have two trains on the same platform very close to each other, which is feels a bit strange at first, but you get used to it. I think with some 377 services you actually have to uncouple a set from the consist, because some would continue to Victoria and some would just stay at Red Hill and then go all the way back to Brighton or wherever. Ooh, brake. Right, we got to shut down this cab. I remember how to shut down the cab. It was isolated DSD. We'll continue. DSD, TPWS, tail lights, turn the gauge lights off. How does this work? I can't remember. Was it an emergency or is it in... oh, I forgot. Might be in the off position. Can't remember. Well, at least the destination displays work. I mean, that's off the centre, but hey ho. At least it works. Alright, that livery looks squeaky clean. As far as textures are concerned and the graphics. was meant to be in full service, wasn't it? Oh no. I might have to go to the other end and... Should be okay. Set it to the off position. Doors are open, so it should be fine. Right, out we go again. Right, there's a East Coast Way, East Coast Way, Southeastern 375. We've got a few minutes to chill, which is good. Hive of activity here. Oh. Destination display is not set. That's probably why it's making those noises. Now I've got to find it. Oh no. Tyneham, Victoria, Battersea Park, Clapham Junction, Wandsworth Common, Balham, Streatham Common, Norbury, Thornton Heath, Selhurst, East Croydon, South Croydon, Purley, Oaks, Purley, Colston South, Colston Town, Merstham, Redhill, Reigate, Ellsworth, Salford, Hawley, Gatwick Airport, Three Bridges, Balcombe, Haywards Heath, Wivelsfield, Burgess Hill, Essex, Preston Park, Brighton, Sanderstead, Riddlestown, Upper Wallingham, Oxted, Hurst Green, Lingfield, Dormans, East Grinstead, West Croydon, Wadham. Is that Walden? Oh god, pressed the wrong button. Wadden, I should say. Wallington, Castle Betches, Belmont, Banstead, Epsom Downs, Mitcham Eastfield, Mitcham Junction, Hack Bridge, Colston Sutton, Cheam, Earl East, Epsom, Ashted, Teed, Leatherhead, Box Hill and West Humble, Dorking, Holmwood, Ockley, Warnham, Imperial Wharf, West Brompton, Olympia, Shepherd's Bush, Wembley Central, Harrow Millstone, Watford Junction, Hemel Hempstead. It's got everything in here. Berkhamsted, Tring, Leighton Buzzard, Betchley, Milton Keynes, Caterham, Kenley, Streatham, Turles Hill, North Dulwich, Queensroad, Peckham, South Bermondsey, London Bridge, New Cross Gate, Brookley, Honour, Oak Park, Forest Hill, Sydenham, Penge West, Angley, Norwood Junction, Reedham, Colston Town, formerly Smitham, Woodmanston, Chipstead, Kingswood, Tatwood, Tatham Corner, Chatham and Tatham Corner, Hove, Port Slade, Worthing, Jesus Christ, West Worthing, Durring-on-Sea, Goring-by-Sea, Littlehampton and Eastbourne, Littlehampton and Orr, Plumpton, Lewis, Polegate, Eastbourne, Cooksbridge, Hampton Park, Pevensey and Westham, Coden Beach, Collingham, Bexhill, St Leonard's, Warrior Square, Hastings or Bedford, Dorking, Deep Dean, Dorking West, Gorm, Chilworth, Shalford, Guildford, Ash, North Camp, Farnborough North, Blackwater, Sandhurst, Crowthorne, Wokingham, Reading. That's it. What else have we got? Shoreham-by-Sea, Barnham, Chichester, Havant, Cosham, Fareham, Southampton Central, Romsey, Salisbury, Warminster, Westbury, Throwbridge, Bradford-on-Avon, Avon Cliff, Freshford, Bath Spa, Oldfield Park, Keynsham, Bristol Temple Meads, Filton Abbey Wood, Bristol Parkway, Yate, Cam and Dursley, Gloucester, Cheltenham Spa, Worcester Shrub Hill, Worcester Foregate Street, Malvern Link, Great Malvern, Waterloo East, Charing Cross, Tonbridge, High Brooms, Tunbridge Wells, Frant, Wildhurst, Stonegate, Etchingham, Roberts Bridge, Battle, Crowhurst, West St Leonards, Nutfield, Godstone, Eden Bridge, Penhurst, Lee, Falmer, Berwick, Blind, Ardington, Fishersgate, Southwick, Lancing, East Worthing, Anmering, Ford, Emsworth, Fratton, Swanwick, Portsmouth and Southsea, Portsmouth Harbour, London Road, Morecambe South East, Newhaven Town, Newhaven Harbour, Bishopstone, Seaford, Bromley South, Longfield, Mepham, Rochester, Chatham, Chillingham, Rainham, Newington, Cittybourne, Faversham, Monstable, Herne Bay, Margate, Broadstairs, Ramsgate, Selling, Canterbury East, Bexbourne, Addisham, Helstham, Snowdon, Shepherd's Well, Kearsney, Dover Park, I presume, Parkway, Denmark Hill, St Mary Cray, Swanley, Farringdon Road, Soul Street. Oh, there we go, it said it for me. Brilliant. After all that talking, thank God for that. Jesus, that is a lot of destinations. That's probably the biggest PIS system I've seen. So where's this train going to? Reading. Oh, go away, Siri.
Okay.
Go away. Don't need you. Silly Siri. A GWR service formed of 3 coaches. So what's this train calling up then? Redhill, Reigate, that's where we're going. Dorking Deepdale, Guildford, North Camp, Blackwater, Wokingham, and Reading. Right, enough of destinations, that's making my head hurt. Let's go. One and only stop is Reigate. Well, let's have a look at the chat. I've been chatting away to myself too long. Banana Craft is pretty good. They do have the model made really well. It's just a few small things that are different, but it's pretty much spot on. Excellent. They have copied the sounds of most of the coaches on the game. So I haven't got some of the things you can bring up on the dashboard, but I could be wrong. I'll have to check. I can't remember if they put the horn switch in either, where you can change the horn from being loud to a little less loud. Banana Craft, how am I going through the bus blind single visuals? Yeah, exactly. And the best blind is you have not in service. Exactly, yeah. So you'd have people coming on. Keep away. Respect my privacy. Reigate is just over 1.5 miles away. It's a nice little branch, this. Shame it doesn't go out to Reading. Never mind. Never mind. After this service, I'll then call it a day, I think. Speed limit will increase to 70 miles per hour. Not like we're going to reach 70 before the station. This train's a bit of a sluggish one when it comes to getting up to the indicated speed at a reasonably quick time. Just at the 2-hour mark on the stream. It's not too bad. There are long journeys, you know, on the Brighton main line. When you do a couple of services, you know, it does take quite a bit of time up, especially when you stopping services with the southern trains up and down the main line. These Dovetail modelled a bit of this branch, they could have quite easily left it out. they tend to do in most routes that have a branch line section that should be available to be used. I mean, the route where this comes from, Great Western Express, obviously there's quite a few branches that weren't included. Branches up to Henley, Maidenhead, not Maidenhead, Jesus Christ, Windsor, Gatwick Airport is an obvious one as well. There's another train at Reigate ready to depart. I think there's another 166. I believe it is. Perfect. And there we go. Just a few people want to get on. And there we are. I think that'll do. It took me 12 minutes to do part 1 and 2, going from Gatwick Airport to Reigate, stopping at Red Hill. And there we are. I think I'll call it a day. Oh, I'm stiff. Blimey. Oh, my knee. Jesus. Oh. Do not like sitting down for a long time. Oh, dear. Okay, well, there we are. That concludes the stream on the London Commuter. If you'd enjoyed it, then make sure to hit the thumbs up button below. And if you are watching for the first time, be it live or on playback, then feel free to subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications bell so you won't miss any videos or streams from me. The next stream will be this Sunday on the 17th of March 2022, on St. Patrick's Day, actually, funny enough. And the route we'll be taking a look at will be Hauptstrecke Rheinruhr. So hopefully you can join me for that. And I would just like to say thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you next time. Take care.